Hey guys, so our first product that we'll be reviewing together is a frontal. A frontal is a hairpiece, and it's basically hair that is tied onto a lace. The frontals normally come in 13 inches across by 4 inches down, so the 4 inches would be from the top of the hairline down. And it's for women who basically don't want to have any of their front hair out. They're just trying to cover it up, and it would go from ear to ear. There are other pieces that could also achieve the same look, but for this is basically a way to have that coverage from ear to ear, and you can part it in many different sections so you still get that natural look that you're looking for. The frontal comes in 2 types of lace. The one that I'm holding now is a Swiss lace. So as you can see, it has kind of a tint of brown to it. It's very thin. When I put it up against my skin, just so you can get an idea. So it gives your skin, you can see the brown against my skin. The reason why I love our frontals are a couple reasons. So one, you can see that the frontal has natural baby hair in it. So a lot of people like to have a little bit of baby hair. I'm not really a baby hair fanatic, but to each his own. It's there if you like it, and it doesn't really come so like heavy. The frontals, our frontals, are pretty thin in nature. I'm gonna use my handy dandy friend here so you can get an idea of what it would look like. So our frontals are not really thick. So as you can see, me just putting this up against her scalp, you can see how it already kind of looks very natural, like it could be coming out of her skin. There's plenty of techniques that stylists will use to make this look more natural. But disclaimer, and I think that we can't say this enough, there are freaking amazing hairstylists out there, so many of them, and they will make it look so real. But it's very important for you to understand that as realistic as it looks, especially in pictures, when someone gets up close to you, they're gonna be able to see that it is a lace. It's not gonna be invisible. It will be very realistic. And in fact, if they're not like this close, they may not even see it. But still, it's lace. Unless it's actually coming on your scalp, you're gonna be able to see a little bit of the lace, but the best of the best can make it look very minimal. And our product, a lot of frontals come like very heavy in the hairline, but as you can see, our frontals have a pre-plucked hairline slightly, so it doesn't require so much customization. As you can see from the inside, there is a little bit of hair. It's not like a heavy hairline, so that it will require a lot of customization. It's already kind of pre-plucked, and it is on the thinner side as far as it's not so much hair, so that when you're trying to part it and you're try to make it look flat, that it's just unrealistic and it's hard to do. So we don't have that problem with our frontals, and that's the reason why I really, really love the frontal. And the frontal that we're looking at now is the Cambodian straight. All of our hair is imported from India. It is all Indian hair. It is donated to temples, and then vendors then turn around and sell that. And that's why the hair is at the price point that it is, because it is unprocessed, aside from just the steam processing that will give it a wavier texture versus non-wavier. And you can get up close and I'll give you a little bit, but this frontal hasn't been washed recently. This is just the way it comes, and you can already see the luster. It's beautiful hair. You try to run your fingers through it, it's like silk. This is a 16-inch, and I just love this hair. It can normally stay straight, but it can hold a curl. And as a matter of fact, I have in the Cambodian hair in a frontal with tracks in the back sewn in. I wear wigs from time to time just because it's easier for my lifestyle. But again, like I said, to each his own. And I love this. I love this product. because it doesn't require so much. And if you're parting it, like I began with a part over here, now I have a part over here, and I haven't had to do much work to get that even flat look. So that's one reason why I love our frontals. Amazing. We also have it in HD. So the HD lace is basically high definition. It's used in film lace, it's used in films, or it's basically a thinner version of the Swiss lace. It's supposed to give you a more realistic view. So if we were to compare it, like we did, as you see automatically, it almost looks like there's nothing on my hand compared to the other lace. So we're gonna put them side by side. So this has more of a brown tint, it's slightly thicker. This has less of a tint on it, and it just, the holes are a tad smaller, and it just blends well with most skin types, all skin types, honestly. It's almost looking like there's nothing there, but there's clearly something there. And we're gonna put it on our handy dandy friend, so you can see. Like, wow, you can't even see the lace like here, and you see it's clearly over her eyes, but you can't even see it. So our frontals do not come with the knots bleached. And the knots bleaching is basically on the inside, that's how they keep the hair attached to the lace. They tie little knots. And if you want to get a more realistic view, or a more realistic look, shall I say, you can bleach the knots, which will kind of match your skin tone. I recommend always consulting a professional before bleaching your knots. We don't bleach the knots only because everyone's skin tone is different, and we want it to be, we want the product to be able to be used. So we would suggest, if you prefer to have your knots bleached, seeking a professional to do so.